What's up, interwebs? Welcome to the Storytime Podcast, Season 2. I'm Tim.
I'm Adam.
And this is where we go through one of my novels. And this season, we're going through The Marks of Eilira, Strangers from Another World. This is my second book I've ever written, and it's the first of the actual series planned from the beginning. You can go and learn more about this in the intro, the prologue episode. From there.
Prologue.
You're not gonna do you don't do prologues. People don't read them. Joke.
Yeah, they don't. People don't do prologues, man. We just don't.
Well, it's their fault for not missing out on what was covered there.
You just skip it.
But yeah, so this is what we're doing in season 2. We're gonna see if there's an improvement in my writing ability and storytelling from Angelic Wars, season 1 of Storytime Podcast. You can check that out. The full audiobook is up online now.
Sweet. They get to listen to my voice.
So if you just don't want to do the podcast, you can listen to the story and see how that is.
I'm sorry about that. It's I've heard that the CIA has started to use it as a torture device.
The CIA? What are you talking about? FBI?
What are you talking about? The local police.
What are you talking about? Homeland Security. ICE.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Those people?
El Salvador, it's just actually them having earbuds in and being forced to listen to Skylar Grant.
No, not Skylar Grant. Angelic Wars.
Angelic Wars.
Just to the Angelic Wars.
Yeah.
They enjoyed Skylar Grant too much.
Oh, damn it.
That's not torture.
This is torture.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's so bad.
But before we get to the reading of Chapter 2, if you go on to like this episode, we'd love it if you hit that like button and do it as a prayer to the holy algorithm.
The holy algorithm.
And subscribe, because I got content on this channel for writers. So check that out if you want to. And if you're into some terrible gameplay, go check out Adam's channel. Adam?
We're not terrible. We're mediocre.
You're mid.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
No. You're not even mid yet. You're just below mid.
No,
you're just below mid. Unless you're F1.
We try so hard.
But you just can't make mid. But yeah, go check out ZOP Gaming.
Yeah.
There. But now we got that out of the way, we'll go on to the reading of Chapter 2.
2. Penny Perkins. The next morning, Zach walked down the hall of Oneonta Middle School. He could not recall the events that had occurred. As he walked to his locker, he noticed that people passed him. They were giving him strange looks. Girls would turn and talk to each other after looking at him. This was normal for him. He was not the most popular kid in 8th grade. But today was different. The girls were not just looking at him like he was an outcast, but more like they looked at the popular guys, almost amazed that he noticed them. Zach did not think much of it. He figured another rumor must be going around about him. As he reached his locker, number 135, and quickly placed his lunch in the bottom of the locker, he then popped the latch that opened the top where his books were. Oneonta Middle School had so many students that the lockers were all grouped in sections, painted blue with 2 small rectangular doors above each 2 lockers. Each locker had access to one of the levels to keep whatever they wanted in it. The majority of students kept their books there, while others only put their lunches or other things they did not want the teachers to see. With the top level door open, Zach quickly loads his bag with books he is going to need for the next few periods. With his schedule this year, it was hard for him to make it back to his locker at the end of each period. He grabbed his math and science books, even though he did not have them until after lunch. Homework was due, but he never did it at home, which did not make his mom happy at all. Zach figured that since he could get it all done in study hall, why bother doing it at home? Once his backpack was fully loaded with all of his books, he closed his locker and headed for the cafeteria for study hall. He walks a little slower with his bag, not heavier with several books inside, but nothing as heavy as the previous year when he kept everything in his bag and never used his locker. Zach did not have far to go, since his locker was right next to the door that led straight into the kitchen, with the cafeteria right next to it. After a stop at the water fountain, he found his seat where he always sits, and plopped his bag down with a loud bang. The sound echoed through the cafeteria and into the halls. The noise got Mrs. Grimhorn's attention. She gave him a dirty look, her way of saying, "Don't do it again." Zach knew Mrs. Grimhorn would do nothing, since he did it every day, and it was always the same. Nothing else came. What else would the old hag do? She was in her early 60s, and she was just waiting for her time to retire and stop caring what the students did. Her face was wrinkled like an old prune, and her long silver hair she kept in a bun and wore the same dress every day. Well, at least that is what the students thought, since all her dresses looked the same as the other day. Dark maroon with little flowers sewn into them. A loud beep came over the PA system that reverberated off the walls as students quickly headed to their classrooms. Zach paid no attention to the bell, pulled out his science book, and sat down to start working on his homework. Science, the one subject Zach loved next to English, which he only liked. He wrote part. However, Zach hated taking science classes since he hated having to remember everything they went over. If he actually tried, he would easily ace the tests, but he didn't care enough about school. It was not long after the second bell that Zach overheard some girls a few seats down on the other side of the table talking about him. "Have you seen it?" asked one girl. "No," said another girl. "I heard about it. It has to be fake." "It's real," said the first girl. "Well, it looks real, not something you could put on with water." "What is it of?" asked the other girl. "A red, upside-down, quarter crescent moon," said the first girl, "with a dot below the moon in the center." Zach looked over at them, and the girls quickly turned and looked the other way. The one who could still see started to giggle and told the other girl he was still looking. Zach could not figure out why so many people were finally paying attention to him. It is one of the things Zach's wanted since coming to middle school, to be popular. That and date the girl of his dreams. After a few moments, he stopped paying attention to the girls and continued with his homework, but noticed that they and others got up to get a drink or go to the bathroom and make sure they passed by him. By the end of the first period, Zach had finished all of his homework and was drawing on some paper to pass the time. He grabbed his bag and headed for English. The rest of the morning, people constantly looking at Zach, some laughing, others looking like he was new to the school and wanted to talk to him, but was too shy. At the end of the fourth period, Zach left art and headed back to his locker. It was only 30 seconds till the halls were clear, and he dropped off all of his books and grabbed his lunch. As he closed his locker, a scrawny kid stood there looking at him with huge dark brown eyes filled with hope of something he heard was true. The kid had short black hair. He put gel in to keep up and wore a green shirt with dark loose fit jeans and dark sneakers. Zach just looked at him with a strange look. "Ryan, will you stop looking at me like that?" said Zach. "It freaks me out, like you're in love with me or something." "Is it true?" asked Ryan, trying not to look stupid. "What's true?" asked Zach. "Your tattoo," said Ryan. "You did get a tattoo of a red quarter upside down crescent moon with a dot below it, right?" "No," said Zach. "I'm only 14. My mom would never let me, not to mention freak out, if I was 18 and got it on." Ryan's head dropped with disappointment, thinking his best friend had gotten something no one else their age could get. "Why do you think I got a tattoo?" asked Zach. "Especially one of a crescent moon." "It's all over the school that you have a red tattoo on the back of your neck," said Ryan. "That's what the girls were talking about," Zach said to himself. "Ryan, look on my neck and tell me what you see," said Zach. Zach turned around and Ryan's face lit up like a fuse seeing the tattoo. He even touched it. When he turned back around, just seeing Ryan's face told him that there was a tattoo on the back of his neck. He could not believe that he had a tattoo. He ran off to the bathroom, looked in the mirror, and turned and tried to see it, but his neck was wrinkled up, making it impossible to see. "If you want to see it so bad, why not see if Violet has a palm mirror with her?" said Ryan. Zach took off out of the bathroom and headed up towards the high school where Violet's locker was. Zach did not think that Violet would have a mirror with her. On the way up, passing through the line of students, some going to lunch, others on their way to the next period, Ryan tried to get Zach to tell him how he got it, but Zach had one thing on his mind, and that was to see the tattoo he had. A few minutes later, they turned the corner to see Violet standing next to her locker by the band room. Zach stood stunned. How beautiful she looked, with her curly blonde hair and sharp blue eyes. She wore a pink dress with spaghetti straps and black sandals. With everyone passing by, some students hit Ryan, causing him to bump into Zach, which snapped him out of his daydream. He walked over to Violet and tapped her on the shoulder. "Hey, Zach," said Violet as she turned around and saw him. "What a surprise. I was just coming to meet you guys for lunch." "Do you have a mirror?" asked Zach. "Not much of a high. Haven't seen you since the bus, but yeah, in my locker." "No, sorry, I mean palm mirror," asked Zach. Oh, yeah, said Violet. I think I have a makeup case. Violet pulls out her purse, opens it, and starts digging through it to see if she can find out what Zach was looking for. If I live to be 100, I'll never understand why girls have so many things in their purses, said Ryan. Ryan, said Zach, the best thing is to try not to understand girls. They are just too complicated to figure out, especially when they ask a question, and when you answer it, they get mad at you for not knowing what they really mean. Violet pulling out a small compact circle and handing it to Zach. Just so you know, guys are just as complicated as girls, and I don't want to know what goes on in your heads because I think I would not want to hang around you if I did. Hey, said Ryan. Leave it alone, said Zach, opening the makeup case. It is only fair after what we said about girls. Ryan shrugged his shoulders like he did not care. So, why do you need my makeup case anyway? Asked Violet. Zach opened the makeup case and then positioned himself so he could see the back of his neck. As Zach turned, he saw the red upside-down crescent moon tattoo. Once he could see the back of him through the small mirror, getting the reflection from Violet's mirror in her locker, he moved the makeup case until he saw the tattoo. He lowered his head, now seeing that it was true. He closed the makeup case and gave it back to Violet and headed down the hall. Violet quickly grabbed her lunch, closed her locker, and ran after him and Ryan. So, you're going to tell us when or how you got that tattoo? Asked Ryan. Have you noticed that I just found out I had it? Answered Zach with a shocked look on his face. So, you're saying you just woke up this morning and had a tattoo on the back of your neck? Asked Violet. That, or someone gave it to me after my mom dropped me off, said Zach. Why were you not on the bus? Asked Violet. Someone broke into our house last night and I had to clean up the broken china plates he broke. Oh, said Ryan and Violet. The trio reached the cafeteria and sat on the floor by the windows like they always did. They pulled out their lunches and began to eat and tried to figure out how a tattoo just magically appears on the back of someone's neck. It was not long before Ernie Collins walked out of the kitchen and sat next to his friends at the trendy table. Zach saw him and hoped he had not heard about his tattoo, but it was not his day. Hey, Parks, said Ernie. You should go have the nurse look at your neck. I think it's bleeding. Oh, wait, it's your stupid attempt at trying to be popular. Get a tattoo. You'd be considered cool, the bad guy. Aren't you a little young to get a tattoo? Shut up, said Ryan. So you have your friends fight your battles? Asked Ernie. Why don't you shut your mouth when it comes to things you don't know what you're talking about? Said Zach. You gonna make me, tattoo boy? Asked Ernie, standing up. Yeah, said Zach, standing up. Just like the last time you ran your mouth in the woods. Everyone was now paying attention to them, and Ernie did not like that Zach had just told everyone he had beaten him up. He walked towards Zach, ready to fight. I believe there was no one there but you and me, said Ernie. So, it's your word against mine, and my words carry more weight. Stop trying to play the bad boy, because you just don't do it well. I may not play it well, said Zach. At least I play it better than you. And I can back up my words and not run away in tears after taking a punch. What did you say? Asked Ernie. You heard me, said Zach. Just so you know, I did not have this tattoo last night. Wait, are you trying to say that your tattoo just magically appeared while you were, sleeping? Asked Ernie. A roar of laughter echoed off the cafeteria walls at Zach's explanation. Ernie had a big smile. It had been a while since he was able to embarrass Zach like this in front of the school. But the one thing that Ernie did not notice was that Zach was not made or embarrassed at all. Ernie quickly saw that Zach was standing there with a big old smile on his face and quickly got everyone to quiet down. Quiet, everyone, said Ernie. Tattoo boy has something he wants to say. But it has something to do with the magic that put the tattoo on the back of his neck. I can prove that I did not get it last night, said Zach. How are your two Joker friends going to vow for you? Asked Ernie. They don't count. They most likely knew about it. We count, said Violet. Just because we are friends with Zach doesn't mean our word doesn't mean anything. When it comes to this school, it does, said Ernie. And you are nothing but jokes. And because of that, your word means nothing. So, tattoo boy, if you're going to prove it by witnesses, you might want to have someone's word that counts. Since I decide whose word counts, you can't prove it. Oh, really? So you're saying your girlfriend doesn't count? Responded Zach. Ernie went red in the face after hearing what Zach said. He started to walk towards him, ready to hit him, and Zach started to talk. That's right. I was at Penny's house until 10 last night, working on a project. Go ahead, ask her yourself if I had that tattoo last night. Ernie turned and looked at Penny, who was sitting next to the chair he was sitting at. Her real name was Brooklyn, but she got the nickname Penny from her copper red hair. Her long hair came down to the middle of her back, and she had green eyes. She wore a pink designer t-shirt with hip-hugger jeans and black designer sneakers. She was the most popular girl in the 8th grade and was the girl of Zach's dreams. She moved away from her area back when they were in 4th grade, back when she was good friends with Ryan and Zach. She moved back to Oneonta just before school started and hung out with them again until Ernie and the other trendy guys of the 8th grade started talking to her. So, Penny, did I have this tattoo last night? Asked Zach. No, said Penny. Ernie did not respond. Zach, on the other hand, had an even bigger smile on his face, finally out showing Ernie in front of everyone. But Ernie did not stay quiet long. He looked right at Penny. You probably couldn't see it, said Ernie, because it was covered up by makeup. I saw him with makeup kit before lunch. Must have forgotten how to touch it up before school. The cafeteria was once again roaring with laughter. Even the teachers were laughing, but Zach was determined not to let Ernie win this one. I would rather wear makeup than get caught wearing my older sister's clothes. The cafeteria went dead quiet. Ernie's face glowed red hot from his anger, and he walked over and pushed Zach against the windows. Zach hit with a loud thud as his back hit the windows, but it did not faze him. Zach quickly got his balance and shoved Ernie right back. Ernie stumbled back a few feet and was not happy. He shot at Zach's legs and grabbed them, causing him to lose his balance and fall. Ryan and Violet had to move out of the way as Zach fell. Once on the ground, Ernie tried to hit him with his fists, but Zach covered his head, and after a few blows that did nothing, Zach was able to turn over and get Ernie on the ground. The two rolled around on the floor trying to hit each other, but no blows connected, and it was more of a wrestling match, with the two trying to get the top and not keeping it. After a few moments, Ernie regained the top and went to punch him, but a teacher grabbed him and pulled him off, allowing Zach to catch Ernie right in the nose. Another teacher grabbed Zach and pulled him to his feet. The two tried to get at each other, but were held back. What is going on here? Asked one of the teachers. He started it, Mr. Jones, shouted Ernie. I don't care who started it, shouted Mr. Jones. There is no fighting on school grounds, both of you, to the principal's office. I think you should probably let him go to the nurse first, said Zach with a big grin. Mr. Jones looked at Ernie as blood was starting to gush out of his nose. The one blow that hit caused Ernie to bleed. Ernie quickly leaned his head back as they rushed him to the nurse's office. Mr. Jones escorted Zach to the principal's office. He could not recall the events that had occurred. The kid didn't remember anything. Anything!
Adam,
History class must have been hell for him.
Adam, you're reading into what you thought when you read that.
I'm just reading what was written on the paper.
No, you read that and go like, oh, he left off the prior night. So he's I'm just going, you're like, so he forgot everything.
He forgot everything.
No reader would have thought of that. Only you would, so you're going to hammer that down.
He's actually at school going, what are humans? What am I?
No.
What is language? How did language?
No, he's not. No, he's not, Adam.
Why am I here? What is this existence?
You know exactly what it means, and you just want to be difficult.
I mean, what else am I going to do, okay?
It's a YA novel. It's not that hard to pick apart, Adam.
Yeah, by the way,
and it's the first draft of a YA novel.
I have... You know how we made the comment not that long ago that maybe I won't go as off the rails as I have regarding voices in the past? I immediately went off the rails with voices right now. Ernie is in his... speaks like a 30-year-old man. Ryan... he's a great sidekick already.
But there's a more.
And Zach is the only one that speaks with an age-appropriate tone.
But anyway, it doesn't matter what your whole thing about the whole. He doesn't remember calls the events prior to the night.
Yes,
because there's a bigger mystery here.
What's that?
How is Zach not cool? He collects katanas, not swords, katanas.
Yeah.
And that, when I wrote that down, like, that's going to be a recurring joke throughout this
Is
podcast.
that he collects
this season.
katanas.
Why is he not cool? He collects katanas, not swords, katanas.
It's because he's trying way too hard.
Yes, very much. He is trying. And this is the only time we've actually seen him at school.
I know.
And he's already trying way too hard.
He's just like, why are you staring at me? Oh, I can hear what you're saying.
And
that's weird.
And the thing is, he's not trying too hard to be cool yet.
No.
We'll get there, I
No,
think.
he is trying
No,
just trying too hard.
he's trying way too hard to be a rebel. The whole throwing his backpack up on the table to make a loud bang to piss off the teacher.
Because he knows that she won't do anything.
Yep.
He's definitely not a good guy.
No, he's a good guy. He's annoying.
Oh. I'm already I don't
You don't like him?
I mean, I'm never going to portray him as being a snooty asshole. No.
Not in
He's
not in this draft.
No.
Later drafts, you kind of have to.
Zach in this one is just like,
Oh,
you know, I really just want to be cool.
wait until we get to the rage. Because we haven't gotten to the rage yet.
The rage.
And when I say rage at him, I'm talking Harry Potter all cap shouting. Because that was cool.
That is going to be me. Either his voice is going to rise and crack, which I will totally throw in there. Because Zach is the only one who hasn't actually grown up. Ryan, on the other hand, you know, he's out here having some, he's like, wow, all right.
But I don't know if you caught this
Yes.
in your reading, but my cruelty of describing someone as Skylar Grant.
Yeah, it's back.
back.
Oh, it's back.
I think this is the origin story of it.
Oh, it is like,
yeah.
here's character. Let me describe to you what they look like.
But
Here's character. Let me describe to you what they look like.
But the cruelty of the description is what I'm talking about. Like the teacher.
Oh, yeah.
But at least this time when I'm describing the cruelty, at least it's an adult, not a teenage girl.
I know, that
no,
was-
just a teenager. But a teenage girl was there, but just a teenager. I'm describing an adult at least.
And it was Skylar's sister, bro.
Yeah, who never appeared or mentioned ever again.
Nope, never showed back up. It's just, damn, Ryan. You ran down your main character's sister that badly.
Who was his best friend in that one? Jess?
Jess.
Yes. I miss Jess still. She was really cool.
Yeah, Violet's not going to be a Jess. I
No,
can see it already.
No.
I mean, she's like, yeah, let's do this. But, and I like the fact that Penny, the character, the namesake of the chapter, has one line, and it's one word.
Yeah, I don't know. Naming convention. I don't know why I named it there. It is probably something else. And then I'm like, no, let's talk about Penny because she's supposed to have an important role, and then she doesn't have an actual. But
No, like that's. I was like, shit, I can do generic girl voice here.
Yeah.
I don't even need to know this character yet.
no. But here's my my response to like when Zach brings up like, well, I'm the one who says whose voice matters, so good luck trying. And Zach going like, so your girlfriend doesn't matter? Because I was at her house until 10 o'clock last night. And my response is, oh, Zach bringing up Ernie's girlfriend. Instant win the argument. He won the argument here, right there.
For me,
Instantly.
I saw that and I was like, because
Oh, I have
there
some
is-
questions about that.
There is
but-
nothing up to this point lending me to believe that Zach knows Ernie's girlfriend. Ernie, that's
no.
the trendy kids. And then just being like, yeah, I was at your girl's house last night. What's up? And it was just like, Zach, you're going to get your ass handed to you. You got to back that up with an actual receipt. And was just like, yeah, I'm working on a project. What's up?
Yeah. Like, because I knew that was coming. Because I knew that like bringing in instant win. He wins the argument right there. Because she's right there, and he couldn't ask her.
Yeah.
And it's like, no. But I do have a question. What 7th or 8th grader is at someone else's house until 10 p.m.
Yeah, that's
on a school night.
on a school night.
Even back in 2007, 8 when I wrote this.
No,
Even when I was in the middle school, I wasn't out that late.
like you might be able to stay for a little bit after dinner, and then
Like-
your parents would come and pick you up 7, 8 o'clock.
The latest I've ever was out, I think in middle school, like at least for 7th grade, was 9, and that was rare.
Yeah, exactly.
I think if I remember.
But like, if you're working on a project, my parents were like, "Yeah, we'll come and pick you up at 7. That way you're in, that way you're going to bed at a normal time, and I'm making sure you get your other homework done."
But also this brings up a question. I'm pretty sure Zach is still in 8th grade. I think I moved him to. I think it was after I wrote this draft. He gets moved to 7th grade because the whole point is he is supposed to be behind a grade, and Ryan's supposed to be a grade ahead of him.
And Violet's in high school.
No, Violet is in the same grade as Zach.
Because right now it said that they had to go down into the high school section to meet up with her.
The reason before that is because the way the Oneonta Middle School is set up is some of the lockers go up to the dividing area between the middle school and the high school.
Oh, okay. Because the way that it seemed to have been written in here was that they had to. She was a
Well, no, because yeah, I should because the names the lockers go all the way up to that dividing line of here's a little hallway. The high school lockers go around the auditorium. That is kind of a transition between the middle school and the high school because there's middle school classes up there, but there's also I know other than the band, some band's classrooms over in that hallway, but there are it's high school and some middle school classes at that time,
okay.
And then and the lockers come up right up to that point, and that's where her locker room is. But yeah, I get what you're understanding from the description of it, but yeah, but I'm pretty sure later draft he's in 7th grade, Violet's in 7th grade, Ryan and Penny are in 8th grade.
Okay.
So, but I realized I'm like, wait, did I move him later? I thought I moved it from the beginning. He was there, and I think at this point, it was Zach's supposed to be in 9th grade for this draft, and he's being held back. And I said, no. I want Ryan to be his age, so he's in 8th grade. He's in 7th grade because I want Penny and Ryan to be in 9th grade in the second book, or not in the second book, in a later book whenever that happens. Because I can't remember how much time is between the books. So, but at some point it got changed apparently because this clearly distinguishes when they're all in the same grade and they're not supposed to be.
Okay.
But yeah, Zach wins the argument by bringing up his girlfriend and her defending him, backing him up. Also, I have a question, Adam.
Yes.
How does a non-wrestler get on top of an actual wrestler in a fight?
Well, I mean, you didn't even say to me that Ernie, like, as the readers, the listeners to see, Ernie's just the trendy dude.
But we're gonna learn that
who
in the next chapter.
Is my version of Patrick Warburton already.
But we're gonna learn that in the next chapter.
He hit puberty hard.
See, here's the only rationale I can get from this is, Ernie's a hothead clearly.
Oh yeah.
And when he took him, he was smart. He took it, shot in, took the legs down, but he's hot and he's not thinking like a wrestler normally would, and this allows Zach to get on top for a second.
It comes across as like right now that Ernie doesn't truly know how to fight, but he he saw some people do a double leg takedown.
Yeah.
So, you just dive in there. And because of that, it worked out that
But this is gonna be a question.
Zach was able to get. By the way,
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Like how good he's supposed to.
it turns out that looks like Zach might be a bottom, not a top anymore.
Wow, Adam.
Yep.
Wow.
There, you were talking about lots of topping in this.
Well, I'm
Two
trying
dudes trying to out top each other.
I'm trying to describe a wrestling match.
I know. It's
And
just
that's-
two dudes trying to get on, be the best top.
You're making it
Really pin them down.
Way gayer than it needs to be.
What are you
Adam.
talking about? I'm talking about wrestling.
These are teenagers, Adam. Get
They're
your mind out of the
wrestling.
drum. No, you're trying
There's
to
an
make
entire Japanese audience for stuff like that.
Adam. But okay, what did you think of the chapter overall? Because we didn't go through the
Not bad. Not bad at all. It's
question.
yo.
Do you think chapter 1 could have been the beginning of this chapter?
No,
No. Okay.
but
Why?
yes.
No, but yes.
Okay, so chapter 1 really is a good prologue. It is a pre-chapter.
So you think you like it? You see it as another possible prologue?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, I really do feel like that is the, when you're watching an anime
Yep.
and they do this entire scene that looks, different, and it ends with the hero being,
Yeah.
something happening. And then the next scene is them going about their day. And that's what you did here. And it was like, yeah, no, that is a prologue. I mean, yes, it is the main character. Yes, it is. There's little to know, but that's not where the story truly starts. The story truly starts at school.
No, the story truly starts
Shut up.
there.
No.
Because that's causing what happens at
Because
school.
The story is the friendship
No.
between these three plucky kids.
No.
Violet really doesn't understand why she's hanging out with these two, but there's no one better to hang out with, so... Ryan's a weirdo.
No, there's a reason why she hangs out with them. She likes Zach.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
Yep.
And Zach has a crush on her, and no one's ever going to say anything about it at all.
No. Yeah, basically, that whole description of him like realizing how beautiful she looked, that's there because he clearly has feelings for her, but because Penny came back and he had a crush on her, he wants her. But like the whole like triangle, gets weird, and I'm not gonna spoil it more than that.
Okay.
For explanation.
Penny ends up with Ryan. Ryan's like, I wasn't even trying to do this, man. All right.
At this point, I think the answer is yes.
By the way, I love my inspiration for these characters. In my head is way better than Angelic Wars.
Oh no, but Adam,
Yes.
let's just be clear though.
All right.
We
Yeah.
finally read a chapter about Zach in his normal.
Yeah.
Okay, it's clear to say Zach's no Chad Smith.
No, absolutely
He's
not.
clearly not Chad Smith.
No, he's not a Chad Smith.
There's a lot. It's gonna be hard for someone to be a Chad Smith.
No, Ryan has the potential to become a Chad Smith.
Yes.
Once sophomore year comes along.
Yes. Once he gets there, he could clearly be
Which
a Chad Smith.
is either in 2 years or 1 year, depending.
Or 5.
'Cause-
depending on how it works out.
They're in 8th grade or freshman year? I don't know.
No, they're in 8th. They're at least in 8th grade.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that the more I think about it, I believe this version, they were in 8th grade. Zach's supposed to be in 9th grade, but he got held back, and I eventually changed it.
I like the
Don't
fact
know
that
why.
the guy with the highest voice in here is the one that's supposed to be held back. And Ernie out here sounding like a 30-year-old man.
Oh no, you want to hear the funny thing
Is Ernie a lot more in this?
A little bit more.
Oh, God, I gave him the greatest voice.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't. You didn't give him the John voice.
No. I may find a character that
You
I
might.
give John that voice to.
You might, but we'll see.
Probably not.
Probably not, because you gotta save that voice for a good character.
Exactly.
But he's in there a little bit. He's in there for a little bit of this book.
Okay.
But not much.
Damn it.
After chapter 10, we're not in the world.
I know.
Oops, spoiler. I mean, come
What?
on. I've literally in the intro episode, the prologue episode, I talk about how it's a portal.
What? How dare you hit spoilers, man?
So, but yeah, it's interesting. I don't think you could, but for a YA, it's not a prologue. The chapter 1's not a prologue.
No.
The most you could do, you just tag it onto this chapter.
Yes.
But it also does. I think it still kind of works there. But I'm gonna say past him, and agrees with you.
Yes.
There's a reason why in future drafts it gets put later on. We do it as a flashback.
Oh, cool.
Because I'm building we literally start off on the bus and Ryan seeing the tattoo.
Like, I like the idea of him discovering the tattoo over him knowing that it's being done and then being tossed to the floor.
Well, he doesn't know. He doesn't know what it happened.
Oh, well.
Him experiencing it. You mean the reader knowing it ahead of time.
Right.
It depends on the question you want the reader to have. Okay, what I think for this version, what's going on here? Who is this? Why are they doing this? What does this mark do? Like, what the hell's going on? What's going on?
Right.
And what we'll get in next chapter, I think we end in the next chapter on a cliffhanger of the build the mystery.
Okay.
And then the third chapter is wait, this dude, and everything. But in later chapters, I decided to build the mystery to how he got this tattoo. What is why? How does it what's going on? Like, how does this tattoo show up?
Yeah. Where did it come from?
And I decided that was better. But when I first wrote it, apparently I wanted to go with cool intro. I think I was going with more of a exciting opener versus build the mystery for that. But I do have, let's see, got the cruel thing. I figured out a way of maybe describing it instead of a upside down quarter crescent moon, which is just
with a dot underneath.
Yeah, which is, as you've pointed out off mic, no matter what, upside down would be in the same thing.
It literally, if you flipped the top axis down to the bottom, quarter crescent moon is still in the same spot. You have to rotate it by 90 degrees.
So I think I wrote what would work better is down facing crescent moon with a dot below.
Yeah.
Would be a better description of what it is.
Yeah.
I'm speaking out of turn here because we haven't put these when we're recording this. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I might actually put the cover I showed you on the screen as the background because I like to do kind of art or something like that.
Yeah, well, of course.
So people can see the symbol on the back of Zach's neck.
By the way, you really should use AI art. And I'm talking the free version.
Oh, yeah.
To put the characters out there.
We'll see.
Because I really do need to see Zach in all his I'm trying to be cool glory.
Well, I have the art. When I did this, I drew the picture. I have character designs for all the characters.
Oh my god, I want it. He's wearing a black trench coat, isn't he?
No, I just have the face from the head up.
Oh, okay.
The head up.
He's got spiky hair, doesn't he?
Nope, he has long hair.
Oh, okay.
Ryan has the spiky hair.
Oh, yes, he's got the slightly long hair, which you can still see his neck visible from.
In later drafts, it gets long enough where he has to pull it up to see the mark.
Right. No. He shouldn't have. He shouldn't have the glorious long hair. It should be the.
Well, no, just
so his mom allowed him to grow his hair out, and it's just below his ears.
Well, that's basically what it is. But the back of the hair is just long enough to cover the tattoo.
That's called a mullet. That's just a long mullet.
Well, no, it's kind of like.
Oh my God, he's Australian.
Probably.
And it's cool. It's cool in Australia to have a mullet.
Oh, and by the way, when you were talking about Ryan and trying not to look stupid, I was like, I wrote this down. It's hard for Ryan not to look stupid. It really is. Like, the way I envision Ryan is he's so full of energy in life that when he gets excited about something, he just looks at you in a way that makes him look stupid.
Yeah, I mean, he's the well, first of all, he's the sidekick.
Yep.
And in my opinion, the inspiration that I have for him is Patrick Starr. He's not that dumb,
Nope.
but he's so innocent. Like, that's the best way to describe it. Like, he's not, I've never experienced. It's more like, I can't wait to experience more stuff, because experiencing stuff is really cool.
Ryan and Violet are, to describe the trio, these two are more the innocent ones.
Oh, yeah.
Violet has a little bit on her side, in her background. Ryan is just innocent. Like, he hasn't had he's never really a tragic backstory or anything like that. Violet, I think she lost her mother.
Okay.
I think that's the biggest thing for her. Yeah. We don't even go into the trauma of Zach in this one. And his stepfather.
Oh, God. Why does it have to be a tragic backstory?
Because that's what I decided for Zach.
Oh,
I had to explain his anger, so I came up with a really bad backstory.
He's a teenager. That's all it needs. That's all it needs. He's considered an outsider. He gets bullied. That's all you need. You don't even need a tragic stepdad beats him every time he gets drunk, and that man hasn't been sober in 20 years.
No, his stepfather's not in the picture anymore at this point.
Then he died mysteriously one day.
Nope. His stepfather comes back later in the series.
Oh,
Like,
from a tragic stab wound.
No.
From a katana.
No. His stepfather actually sides the bad guys.
Yeah, that's why he deserved that stab wound from a katana that Zach collects.
I point out, for some reason I just wrote down palm mirror. How about makeup mirror?
Yeah, I know.
Palm mirror works.
Well, yeah, but
Because honestly, after I wrote it, I'm thinking, no, thinking from a boy's point of view, while it is a makeup mirror, there's going to be makeup in it, they're thinking it fits in the palm of my hand, of your hand, and it's a mirror. Palm mirror. But I had it, I'm like, Violet should have said, you mean by makeup mirror?
yeah.
But I didn't. I just kept with the same words. Also, Adam can't read because you stumbled or something on that. I can't remember where it was.
Oh, yeah, no, I did.
And then I said, trying to explain Zach just trying to position himself so he can see it. I'm like, why not just position the mirror, or he positions himself between the two mirrors so he can see his tattoo.
I have to move myself a lot.
Yeah, like I'm trying to describe that. I was like,
No, you described the confusion
yep.
of trying to move your arm in a way as of the reflection of that
Yep.
and the other mirror, because there's a moment where your brain goes, move left, and your hand will literally move right. And you're like, what am I doing?
The other way.
This way. And you're like, there it is.
Too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to go, but honestly, that confusion isn't needed at this point in the scene.
Oh, I think it was the compact circle.
Oh yeah.
I had a moment with.
Yeah. But I covered the Oh, also, why would you tell people you're a bully that you didn't have this tattoo the night before? Why are you just gonna feed into it? And that's the thing I get where I love about the characterization of Zach. He's bullied, and he says things he shouldn't say to help that can further the bullying.
Yes. While at the same time, he literally just discovered it.
Oh no.
So he is like also going, look, man, you can say whatever you want to about this. I don't know where it came from.
But that's what you say. That's all you say.
But he never says that.
No, that's what you can say. That's fine to Ernie. But you say that I didn't have it the night before. That's just dumb. Saying to Zach, Ryan and Violet, yeah, guys, I didn't have this last night. I don't know where this came from. Like, I literally didn't have. Talk to Penny. I was there. She could tell you this.
I didn't have anything on my neck.
But no, he says it to his fucking bully in front of all of whatever grade he's fucking in at lunch.
Yep.
And yeah. But we covered his winning the argument. Also, why the full history of Penny in their relationship?
No idea, but thank you for putting it in there.
I mean, yes, they need to know it, but I need to put it in this right here at this moment.
That was a straight up exposition dump.
Yes, it was. I mean, I wouldn't say a dump because a dump implies paragraphs on paragraphs.
Well, I mean, it's
but
just the information.
It was exposition.
Like you opened up the bottom of a bucket, and it all came out really quickly.
But I could have summarized it quicker and brought it out later because we do get it later in a better context, I feel, and character motivations through Violet and Zach later on.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know why I had to put it here.
No, we do have one little problem, is that Zach didn't get the final word before the fight.
Oh, no,
Ernie did.
No, but he...
Which was kind of weird because Ernie said that he'd rather wear makeup than get caught wearing my older sister's clothes.
Zach got the final
and then Ernie got angry at himself for saying that out loud, which was
the Zach
really
line.
Totally something Zach should have said.
Zach did say that.
No.
But I know it says Ernie, Adam.
Says Ernie said that. I'm sorry.
But Zach said that. When I ran this through Grammarly, I didn't check to see if I didn't go that far into the correcting. I cared about the grammar.
Oof.
Not checking that there. Also, by the way, there's a big no-no, Adam, in this at the end.
Oh, yeah?
Big no-no. You do not tilt your head back with a bloody nose anymore.
No, you don't. You tilt forward, pinch.
But at the time, back then, back when I wrote this, that was still the thing.
Head back.
So, but yeah, Zach did get the last word in, but he already won the argument.
Yeah.
By inciting his girlfriend and Ernie going, like, "Who's your witnesses?" And just him like, Ernie, this is where you're showing your stupidity,
Bruh.
if you're gonna bully, make sure you know he doesn't have a comeback to this.
Yeah, that's you lost, bro.
You lost this one.
I mean, you do sound like Patrick Warburton or a really,
so
really
you win
terrible.
right there. You win right there.
You already won
because you sound like Patrick Wahlberg.
You hit puberty like a brick wall and knocked it over.
You hit puberty in the 2nd grade.
You were like, boom, what's up? How you doing? How's it going out there? I really enjoy Dungeon Crawler Carl.
But like, yeah, because Zach won the argument by the argument. You just win because you sound like Patrick Wahlberg.
Yeah, I know.
You sound way
win
cooler.
At life.
But yeah, but you make sure he doesn't have a comeback.
Exactly.
Because he's gonna think he's thinking it's gonna be someone I can dismiss, but then for this art he's pulling the Republican where it's like where when we do it it's okay, but when you do it it's not when the other side doesn't.
Dude, we don't do. Oh wait, no, this is your channel. We can do that here.
You do
on ZOP Gaming. We try not to get anything political, but we do take our shots.
Sure, you don't get political, but no, it's basically saying I can dismiss this guy to discredit Zach, but then when he favors me, I can credit him, and it does matter. But type thing. But then he goes like, "So your girlfriend doesn't count?" I think it was more of a, when you think about it, he's not angry that Zach called him on his girlfriend. It's the fact that Zach was at his girlfriend's house.
Oh yeah,
and he didn't know about it.
He was like, "Bro, I was at your girl's house last night, bro."
So he not only does he get to say you're basically saying your girlfriend's word doesn't count, but then also the fact that I was at your girlfriend's and you didn't know about it.
You know, some black kid put his hands to the side of his face and went, "Oh!" right across the cafeteria.
And they're all like, "Oh!" like falling down.
Yep.
Or running around in circles.
One kid is actually smacking his head off the brick wall, and they're like, that has nothing to do with the celebration going on. He's been doing that for an hour now.
Yeah.
No teachers are willing to even come up to him because he's the size of Mongo. Mongo.
But okay. Overall thoughts on the chapter.
Not bad.
Go ahead. Finish yours first.
There was some moments of writing in present tense while
Yes.
also writing in past tense.
Because that's because when I wrote this, I wrote fast.
Yeah, you did.
Because I saw the scene.
There were
and
moments of he is doing this, and then he did that, and you're like, wait, no. If he is doing that, he cannot then have done that later. No.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure tense, present or future, past tense or present tense is locked behind the paywall on Grammarly, so that's why that didn't get
okay, all right, good.
It probably got picked up. I just couldn't fix it because I'm not paying for it.
I don't blame you.
Now, if this was a book I was going to publish, I would pay for it
yeah.
for the month and got it because that worked. That's fine.
Yeah.
But not for the no, not paying that money.
So yeah, it's Ernie's a cool character already.
He's
I
only
enjoy
cool.
them.
He's only cool because you get the voice you gave to him. Come on.
Yeah, but at the same time, like he is, you could see Ernie is a bully,
Yep.
but Ernie is not evil.
No, he's evil.
Like he uses
No, not evil. No, but he's not a good guy.
No. I didn't say he's, a good guy. No. What I'm saying is he's using it for status.
Oh yeah.
That's it. He's not going to legit put Zach into the hospital because Zach stood up one day. He's like, no, I'm going to smack you around a bit.
No, he will.
Oh, okay.
That is exactly who he is.
Okay, never mind then.
When I say he's the bully, he's using it for status. He's not that bully who's angry.
Right now.
He's not the bully. He's not that bully who's angry and bullies people because people are picking on him. No, he's the jock bully who is you status, but if you stand up to him, he will want to try to put you in the hospital for how dare you stand up to me.
Okay.
Type.
Okay.
That's was my inspiration. Though, who I'm pretty sure this was based on, because I'm pretty sure I based him on a bully that I didn't realize at the time. I think in later drafts I did figure that out, but this one I hadn't.
Okay.
It should have been the bully who's he gets bullied, but he's not popular, but he's like a druggie who dropped out, but he's not happy with his life, so he still will make fun of people.
Okay.
But he didn't get bullied. Maybe he did. I don't know. But like, type thing. But no. But I think that's who I had a kid like that in my. Even after he dropped out of high school, he came to a football game. He saw me and he was trying to do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, whatever. And I just kept going and ignored him. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's who we end up basing on. But he is. I just clearly decided, nope, he's a jock. I think later in later books he does become like Zach doesn't become cool in a sense, but in high school he kind of people realize it, and he gets put, and he definitely not happy, and he blames Zach.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. We don't have enough books if we're written that far in.
Yeah.
I'd have to consult the outlines to find that out.
Jeez.
Maybe one of these like after a book, one of these seasons we'll do a outline version where we go through the outline of the book of a book that wasn't written.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right, so now let's talk about how to improve the chapter.
Okay. So for me, how is Zach waking up? Clearly he woke up and was like, I guess nothing happened last night.
I don't know.
That doesn't make sense. So yes, our idea of moving chapter 1 any place else in the book as a flashback works a lot better.
Yes. I think at one point not in this one. I think in later books I do address that. He wakes up in his bed, like somehow, like I don't know how it explains it, but he did end up back in his bed somehow.
Yeah.
But I don't think
because right now this knight breaks in, breaks a dish. Zach cuts his foot, and then gets
the knight steals his sword while he's getting
steals
banded.
His sword. Ends up leaving a mark on him, and just dumping him on the ground when he passes out. The knight then put Zach back in his room, tucked him in nicely, went downstairs, cleaned up the blood from Zach's foot. Also, somehow Zach doesn't remember cutting his foot from the night before. Dude, I don't care who you are. You cut the bottom of your foot. It feels weird walking, at the very least.
There's a reason for it. Oh, okay. I can give you a reason for it, but we're not there yet.
Okay, all right. He's got a healing factor. He's part Wolverine.
The mark may have done that for him.
Oh, for crying out loud. But he also he's like, that was an awesome dream, bro. I tried to attack somebody with my katana.
We'll get there in the book. We'll find out. But yeah, anything else that you want to add?
Also, if you're gonna name a chapter,
oh yeah, after someone,
yeah,
they should have more than one line.
They should have more than one word.
Yep.
That's not even one line. That is one word. No.
Yeah. I honestly could not tell you why it got named after her. My naming convention for these chapters was, it's your YA. You gave them chapter titles. So I gave them chapter titles.
Yeah.
And like the one, if you go and listen to season 1, Angelic Wars: Legend of the Godchild, Angelic Wars Book 1, some of those chapter titles don't make sense either.
Yes. Sorry, I was just rereading the insults between Ernie.
Oh yeah.
And Ernie. And the entire cafeteria being like, "Whoa, he said it!" And Ernie's like, "I'm mad that I'm the one who said that about myself."
Zach's so good at arguing, he made Ernie confess a secret about himself.
In front of everyone. I just that is unintentional humor right there. That is a wonderful moment. But yeah, I mean, other than that, not a bad opening chapter. You've introduced a number of the cast already.
Yeah. My biggest thing would be that if I wasn't going to move the chapter 1, like I said in the last episode, I'd make it part of the same chapter.
Yeah.
But no, in the past, because I haven't written this so many times, I know for a fact I've removed that chapter 1 to later in the book. That's a better option to, okay, where did this tattoo come from? And where, let it build a little bit before the mystery is revealed. So, but that and, yeah, giving Penny, if she's going to be named after, more of a point in the story.
Yeah. Yeah, right now she was just someone who was there. Yep. Ernie's girlfriend.
Yep.
The friend of Zach, which is weird.
So yeah, but that's really all. Maybe shorten things up or give more descriptions or a little more before lunch of people talking behind.
Yeah.
As Zach's moving through the hall, people noticing people talk about it. Maybe noticing some people trying to look at like behind him in class to see if they could see or something like that. But yeah, that's about little nuggets I think I would probably, if I was gonna make this one different, add something to it to make it a little bit better.
Yeah.
Oh, and more descriptions.
No, if I remember correctly, Zach has shorter hair.
No, that's Ryan.
Oh, does Zach have long hair?
He has longer hair.
Okay, so it kind of covers his neck.
It's kind of like mine.
So yours doesn't cover your neck at all.
In later versions, it got to the point where it would just barely cover his neck.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I don't know if it was from the top. He had a bowl cut like mine. I think it was just his hair was longer, so the back part of his hair would cover his neck a little bit.
He had an early '90s haircut then. Yeah.
No, I don't think he. It was. I don't think he had a bowl cut.
No, not a bowl cut, my friend.
Zach
in my head.
He does not have a mullet.
Has the greatest, the Australian mullet.
He does not have a mullet.
It's beautiful.
He does not have
it's
a
glorious.
mullet. He does not have a mullet.
He puts his hands to the
But-
side, and a choir comes forth.
I can't remember if that was he had that at this writing. I know in
Yeah.
later drafts I did make sure
Because,
he had to pull
otherwise,
his hair up.
I would suggest, him wearing a sweatshirt. So,
Yeah.
like, you can kind of see the back, the top of it, and you're like, the heck is going on the back of his neck? You get beat up last night or something?
See, if I was gonna if he doesn't have the longer hair like he does in later books, I would have had him have like a hoodie on
Yeah.
or something like that, like something's bunching up so he blocks it or something like that. But yeah, just more details.
He wears full business attire at all times. He's a dapper gentleman.
No,
3-piece suit to school.
no,
Tailored.
no,
And he has katanas.
no. He's a businessman who's trained the art of katanas.
No, he's a Highlander. He's got style.
No. Anything else you would add to this chapter to make it better?
Add more Highlander to it.
No.
There can be only one.
No. That's a completely different story I'm writing.
That's Zach's favorite movie of all time. Highlander 2, not the director's cut, the original cut. And only that one.
No. All right. If you got nothing else to actually seriously add to this, let's wrap this one up.
Out of here.
Turn it on. Anything else you want to add to this?
No, I'm good.
My other thing is, personally, the thing I think is about this, it's not a bad chapter. We get to see a little bit about Zach, learn more about Zach, his friends, and start the sliver of a build of what the market, this tattoo is.
Yeah, what's going on with this tattoo, man?
Yeah. But it's a sliver.
14-year-old with a tattoo.
Yeah. Who may be in 7th or 8th grade. We're not sure
We're
yet.
not really sure right now.
Yeah. But
Definitely middle school.
definitely middle school. Until for that 1 second that Zach, Adam, you thought Violet was in high school.
Yeah, I thought Violet was a senior. I mean,
Though. Wow. Okay, no, that's a big no-no. Senior, middle school,
she protects them like little brothers.
Yeah, sure. That's just...
She protects them.
She must have a really bad, tragic backstory if she has an interest in a middle schooler.
She's not interested in them. She's protecting them.
Sure,
Because
she is.
they need help.
Sure.
She's like a mama hen.
Sure. All right. Well, we'll wrap this up. What did you think of this episode, this chapter? Let us know down in the comment section. We'd love to see what you think of it. Tell us if you think chapter 1 should be part of this chapter, or if it's a prologue, or you just like it as it is. Let us know down in the comment section. If you made this far, we're assuming you enjoying it. So why not go and smash that like button and do it as a prayer to the holy algorithm.
The holy algorithm.
And subscribe, because I got writing content on this channel, which will be on screen now. If you're not in the mood for some more writing content on this, go check Adam's channel, ZOP Gaming.
Yeah.
They're terrible at gaming.
No, we got some awesome gaming, great storyline stuff. It's great. It's great. Go check it out.
They're below mid.
A guy came up to me one day and said, with tears in his eyes, that I make great content. He was like, Adam, you make great content. Thank you so much for making this great content. And then he walked away, and I never saw him again.
Adam, just because you did that in the mirror doesn't make it true.
People have said.
Just because you say people said doesn't mean.
I have read online that
Anyway,
people have
go
said.
check out Adam's channel if you're not in the mood. Pick something. We'll see you there. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.